I just got back from this big event from Hyundai where I drove the new Tucson refresh as well as other Hyundai vehicles. And this was a surprise. This is the new XRT IONIQ 5. It's kind of like an off-road IONIQ 5 with the new refresh, bigger battery. We're going to go over all the details today, so let's get into it. So this IONIQ 5, this 2025 model, is actually the first Hyundai to be manufactured at the Hyundai Motor Group Metaplant in Georgia. And this IONIQ 5 XRT is actually the first electrified XRT model within the Hyundai lineup. One of the biggest news for the refreshed IONIQ 5 here is that it has the NACS port, or North America Charging Standard, which is the same as a Tesla charging standard. So now the 2025 model for the IONIQ 5 has access to the 17,000 plus Tesla Superchargers. Now, I don't have details on how fast this will be able to charge on Tesla Superchargers, but hey, you have Supercharger network at your disposal. And Hyundai did clarify that it will have like a CCS to NACS adapter, so you can go to, like, let's say Electrify America or some other CCS1 charging station, and you can still use this IONIQ 5 on both of them, on both NACS as well as CCS charging standards. The 2025 IONIQ 5, including this XRT, is arriving at Hyundai dealerships this fall. The cars produced at the Metaplant in Georgia are expected to be eligible for $3,750 of the U.S. tax credit, so half the tax credit at the start of sale. But again, you can take advantage of the full tax credit by leasing it, and that is generally my recommendation with any EV, is to lease it, get the full tax credit, and reduce your payment, and then you don't have to worry about residual value after the lease is gone, or you don't have to worry about warranty or anything like that, because it's all covered in the lease. A little bit more on this XRT. We have this digital camouflage all around it, which I think looks awesome. Now, as much as I like the camouflage, I don't know if I'm sold on the fully blacked out front bumper. It looks unpainted. Now, if the whole car was kind of like covered in this camouflage, it would be making huge statements. But since it's just kind of like the plastic trimming, to me, it kind of loses its touch a little bit. But it is still unique. There's hardly any off-road focused EVs out there. And this vehicle is going to compete really, really well with the upcoming Rivian models. All right, let's talk about the battery capacity improvements. The standard range models go from 58 to 63 kilowatt hours, and the long range models go from 77.4 to an even 84 kilowatt hour. So best case scenario, rear wheel drive, let's say you're on the SE or SEL model or limited, rear wheel drive can get you over 310 miles of range, which is up from 303 miles of range. Rear wheel drive on the standard battery pack will get you 240 plus miles of range, up from 220 miles of range. The XRT, we don't have range numbers, but it's, I mean, depending on the tires that they put on it, I mean, since they're all terrain tires, it's going to crack down on the range. So it's probably going to be somewhere around 240 miles of range would be my guess on the all-wheel drive XRT. Speaking of all-wheel drive, the XRT is all-wheel drive only. You can't get it in rear-wheel drive. Now, it has a lift on it. It's 23 millimeters higher, so about, I believe that's close to about an inch higher than the normal IONIQ 5. We have 18-inch wheels and 235 by 60 on those 18-inch wheels with the all-terrain tires. They actually give us an approach angle here of 19.8 degrees, and on the non-XRT models, it's only 17.5 degrees. We also have exclusive XRT exterior colors, which is Ultimate Red and Cosmic Blue Pearl. I have a departure angle as well of 30 degrees on the XRT, and the non-XRT is only 25.4 degrees. And the front tow hook towing capacity, very interesting, is 5,834 pounds. That is such a random stat, but there you have it. The tow hooks can manage almost 6,000 pounds when you hook up to those red tow hooks. They're not there just for looks, even though they kind of look cool in the red paint. They also had a limited model there on the lawn. And we have small restyling updates on the front bumper and rear bumper. There's a new rear spoiler. You have more aerodynamic wheels. You have a rear windshield wiper finally, which is super, super nice. Now on the interior is where we see some additional changes. We have redesigned HVAC controls, a new center console with physical heated front seat controls. We have a new steering wheel design and heated rear seats on SEL and above. You also have the new infotainment technology, over-the-air update support, not just for the software and the screens, but for all the functions in the vehicle. The website for the IONIQ 5 is still under embargo for the US market, so I don't have access to it, but looking at the Korean market here, you can see some of the new wheel designs, revised front bumper here. I like how, I really enjoy how the IONIQ 5 looks. It's grown on me over the years. It's kind of a, it's kind of a wagon crossover hatchback thing, but I do like the new styling improvements. And if you guys take a look at some of the new colors here, we have Atlas White. Here's the Lucid Blue Pearl, Digital Teal Green Pearl, Cyber Gray, Ecotronic Gray, which is kind of a pretty dark color here, and Abyss Black. The interior, guys, we mentioned some of the updates, but you can just see, hey, wireless chargers here now, and you can get a green interior, kind of like the new Santa Fe has that green interior. Oh, I like that. That's a bit moody. Man, Terra Brown with the natural leather seat looks really nice. Let me know which one you guys like the best. Heritage Brown, that's too much brown for me. A little too much brown, but it's not bad. This one might be my favorite because you got the green in certain areas, maybe on the door trim, and then you get the tan as well. This one's nice too, the green and the like white, and then this one's kind of just like white and black, and then all blacked out. Which no, thank you. And we even have like little LEDs around the speakers. I believe that was in the previous pre-refresh as well. But take a look at this interior. We still have the 4 dots on the steering wheel. Now, in our market, we don't get the digital side mirrors. Here's a closer look at the new software on the screen behind the steering wheel. It's much more minimal than the older style of software. And then here's the navigation. It's all tied into this one big screen bar. Instead of a sound bar, it's a screen bar. And then you also have, this kind of looks the same to me. As we go down, you can see here those buttons where you can have your heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats, the wireless charger is up here now. The door, I love the door panels on the IONIQ 5. It's very, very, they say mood lamp. I was going to say moody, but it's very premium feeling. The whole car is very, very premium feeling, very luxurious. And so it's hard for me to recommend something like the Genesis GV60 over the IONIQ 5 because it's such a similar vehicle, except this is a lot cheaper, not cheaper feeling than the Genesis. It's just less expensive. And I like the more airy interior compared to the GV60. And I like the clamshell roof. Hopefully that sticks around. I'm pretty sure it does. You got the Bose sound system. There's that head-up display, smart tailgate, USB-C terminal. Here is the better look at those buttons I was talking about earlier, your wireless charger. The buttons again. Love buttons. More buttons, please. And yeah, here is, you guess you can watch YouTube, probably not for the United States market, but I could be wrong on that. But you have some cool apps built into the new software, regen paddles, that sort of thing. And vehicle to load, of course, it can do vehicle to load. And there you have it. The IONIQ 5 just got better, but more range. And in terms of like horsepower and stuff, I think it's the same as the outgoing models. Yeah, this is just wild that I'm seeing this right now. This big thigh like ottoman that comes up. Pretty wild. Again, not for the United States market. There's that huge clamshell style panoramic roof. And also you guys in the comments on what you think of the XRT model coming for the United States and the revised styling and the idea that it's being built here in the United States and Georgia at their new Metaplant is pretty fantastic. So I'll see you guys down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. I got more Hyundai stuff coming your way.